College rape culture is most certainly an epidemic, and I have the statistics to prove it. And there's no possible way to ever lie with statistics, so it must be true. Fact: 1 out of 4 college women will be the victim of sexual assault. And I have that citation to prove it. But does that tell the whole story? 68% of sexual assaults are still being left unreported. That means that 2 out of the 4 college women are sexually assaulted, but they just don't report it. Meaning, in total, that 3 out of 4 college women will actually be the victim of sexual assault. Not the underestimate of 1 out of 4 that is so commonly used. It's a patriarchal conspiracy. But does that even tell the whole story? Some women are amazingly still brave enough for graduate school. These are the true pioneers. Battle through adversity, nothing will stop them, and that's why I have so much respect for these women. Not even rape will stop them from achieving their dream of a college education. 1 out of 12 college women getting graduate or professional degrees report to being sexually assaulted. So 1 out of 4 counting the non-reports. This means that 4 out of 4 women with graduate degrees will have been the victim of sexual assault or rape. That's 100%. 100. Everybody. Still don't believe we live in a rape culture?
Know better. Go after the systems that excuse it, hide it, ignore it.
But somehow, rape apologist scum are still skeptical. Some of the things they point out are less than a 20% response rate. But of course, this is true. They're going unreported. Duh. Words such as rape and assault were specifically avoided, so that respondents would use a set of uniform definitions. Yeah, when asking about rape and assault, you wouldn't want to use the words. They might say no. And uniform's a technical definition, so yeah, we need that in there. The Campus Climate Survey used the so-called broad definition of sexual assault as non-consensual sexual contact. Yeah, that's not broad at all. If somebody touches you in a sexual way, even by accident, yeah, that's bad. It needs to be reported. Has someone kissed or sexually touched you without your active, ongoing, voluntary agreement? If 2 gender-fluid people have been dating for months and kissing every day, and one day wants to kiss the other without asking permission, yeah, that's horrific. What happens if they didn't want it? That's called sexual assault. Throwing unwanted sexual contact into the mix equates an unwanted kiss with rape. That was a quote by an evil, misogynistic rape apologist named Hubert. Probably a white cis-het male. Fuck that bitch. I mean, dick. A little less than half of the students have witnessed a drunk person heading for a sexual encounter. Oh my god. Among those who reported being a witness, most did not try to intervene. Oh my goodness gracious. They're actually treating people like adults. And if they had a few drinks and want to have sex, they can't. That is called rape. And I just want to say I'm very glad they included ongoing voluntary agreement instead of against your will. That doesn't muddy the waters at all and make it harder to identify the true victims. And you thought the statistics earlier were scary. Wait till you hear this one. 91% of schools reported no incidents of rape. 0. Even though it's blatantly obvious that there's a rape culture, rape epidemic on campuses, they're not reporting any. This is obviously at the fault of the school. Even if there's nobody reporting rape, we know it's happening, and they need to find it immediately. Amy Becker sums it up perfectly. Schools that report 0 rapes have work to do and require additional scrutiny. Yes, we live in a world, thanks to modern feminists, that schools that report no rape are despicable, while schools that report rape are fine. Thank you. Those 91% of schools are highly suspicious.
The perimeter's quiet. Yeah, a little too quiet. Come on. Okay. Well, that was easy. Yeah, a little too easy. Look, it's Raph. Yeah, a little too Raph. You guys, knock it off. I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
if we just taught young boys that rape isn't even an option.
I think that we should be telling women anything. I think we should be telling men not to rape women and prevent rape by telling men not to commit it.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
This is why I am so pissed off at modern feminists. They claim to care about women, but when there are actually women in need, what do? Fucking radio silence. They don't give a shit about anybody but themselves. Anita Sarkeesian has made hundreds of thousands of dollars peddling her bullshit, faux video, socially damaging crap. And it has been damaging for gender relations, and it has been damaging for women. And I don't even want to hear about her victimhood, because Cytherea, she's a real victim of a random rape and assault. And, anybody who even dares insinuate that a sex worker doesn't deserve the same type of defense because they work in sex work can go fuck themselves. You want to do some actual reporting? Why don't you take a look at why these repeat offender juvenile delinquents are out of prison and able to break into people's homes? And guess what? It wasn't just Cytherea's home. They caught them because they did it again the next night. That's the fucking problem in this country. You want to talk about violence against women? Why aren't we looking at that? Why aren't we looking at gaps in the prison systems? Why aren't we looking at all of these other societal issues? No, you know what? We're going to pick a group of benign people who are going to paint, or we're going to smear them and make them the horrible, horrible abusers of women.
This week we took another important step to protect young women at college. An estimated 1 in 5 women is sexually assaulted at college, and that's totally unacceptable. So I've created the White House Task Force to protect students from sexual assault.